Okay, so welcome on to this. Tonight's about making district managers and hitting your DM bonus. And I wanted to go over the call. And on Cass's tile, she does a slideshow with this one on the making district managers tile, but it's a little bit sketchy and a little bit hard to understand, and I know it can be a bit tricky to hear. So I thought I'd just go over it again a bit quicker and a bit more. Hey, honey, can you right? Sorry. So what the analogy is and how Cass has broken this down, which is such a great way to understand the business, is she's called it the district manager burger. So you can agree that once you've done something, you can show someone else how to do it. So the idea is to get your ingredients that you need to become a district manager and then show someone. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Sorry, I heard water. Yeah, the analogy is once you do something, you can show someone else how to do it. So let's gather up the ingredients that it takes to go district and then share that with other people so that they can go district, and you just keep doing the same thing and then show them how they can show people. And this is your ingredients to become a national vice president. That's all it takes. My biggest passion in this business is to make district managers. And, you know, last year I got so passionate about it and so excited about it that I took out number 10 in the world for making the most amount of district managers and number 2 in Australia, which is pretty exciting, you know. That I was so proud of that. There was a lot of self-discipline involved in that, but I can't stress enough how excited it made me to see my consultant go district that I brought into the business, that they did it, and then show other people how to do that as well. It's extremely fulfilling. So thanks, Deanne, honey. It was, yeah, I can't believe that. I still can't believe that happened. But anyway, so gather the ingredients. And like I said, if you knew me, Vic, you knew me before. If I can do it, anyone can do this business. Oh, Vicky, you were on the call before too. That was 2 people that knew me. So it's because you were in the dark and I couldn't see your name and I could see Amy's face looking at me. Sorry, babe. Hang on. Sorry, these kids are just no user on the camera, honey. Yeah. Walking around in your undies. So your district manager making machine. I love this slide here. I'm just going to skip a little bit from slide to slide. See this slide here, and Cass has a picture of a car. This is the car that Cass drew. This is your district manager machine. So she said, our national vice president drives this car and it makes district manager burgers as they drive along, because it's got all the ingredients in it to make it. And that's what you want to create in this business. So to create your vehicle that you're going to do this in, she's got here, so your clear vision at the front is like your headlights at the front is your vision, is what you can see in this business. Just let me know if this is making sense. I'm sorry, I'm being a little bit distracted here. Your accelerator is your activity. You know, the more activity you do, the faster you're going to go. Your lights are your vision on what's going to take you there. Your steering wheel is your goals, to where you're going to steer to, what you're aiming towards. Your wheels are your daily personal development. So what you're reading, you know, your gratitude journals, your affirmations and all that sort of stuff. Good night, darling. Your fuel is your cement, which is your why. Okay, so that's, you know, the reason why you're driving this car. For me, I personally love being a stay-at-home mum and not missing anything in my children's lives and sharing that with as many women as I can. My why originally was to bring my husband home from working away. He's home now and my why has shifted, and that's become my new why. So, you know, everyone has different whys in the business. They say have a why that makes you cry, and honestly, I used to cry over my why so much. I thought this why has got to be it. If this isn't going to make me do it, I don't know what is. So this is what we're going to use to fill up our car that's going to drive us to do it. And, you know, my why always meant so much to me. And I remember someone saying to me, you're only as big as the problem that stops you. And what's his name? Jim Rohn says, there's only 10 really mean, bad people in the world. The problem is they move around a bit. So you might, if you run into one, it's pretty crappy and annoying, right? So I'm sure we've all run into one at one pamper session somewhere along the line, or one tote drop. Don't forget there's only 9 left that you're going to run into, and then you should be right. But I remember just thinking, you know, and I've had my fair share of people that belittled me and made me not feel so great in my business and what I was choosing to do and at product presentations and things. But I just looked at them and their lifestyle and thought, you don't have a better thing to teach me. So I'm just going to keep moving on with what I'm doing here, because I really believe that it's going to take me to where I want to be. And this person's not going to be the reason that I stop. No way. You know what I mean? Does that kind of make sense? It just really let that empower you. And what's I can't read that last little bit. Oh, it's the Arbonne symbol on the car. So that's her car. And the idea is then that your car is making your district managers. Now, I was going to go over this checklist in a bit more detail with you guys, and your 2,500 building block. So your 2,500 building block, this form is exactly how your Arbonne business works. So as I was saying, find your power of 10 rhythm, and your power of 10 adds up to 2,500. So if you discipline yourself to do that every month, the power of 10 into a month, I can guarantee that will start developing and become a weekly thing, and you won't have to work anymore and you'll be fully running an Arbonne business. But start that there. And if you do the power of 10 a month and you find 4 people who have the same vision as you and they want to do the power of 10 a month, as that starts to grow. So I love this little diagram here because it's so cool, all the little men doing 2,500. So, and in a lot of big top selling companies and stuff that you would go and work for, their monthly minimums are like 10,000. So what's so great about this is ours is like, if you can do 2.5, people are there because they want to be there, not because they have to be there. And you duplicate this. So you teach 4 people to do that. You're an area manager and you're getting a check of about 3,000 a month at that level. And you're still only selling 2,500 a month. It's not about going out and selling $1 million a month, ever. It's about creating something that you can teach others how to do the same thing. So then once you find 16 people to do their power of 10 in a month, so like you find one person who just wants to do 2 parties, 4 tote drops and come to a DA with you every month, and you find 4 people that want to do that, you're an area. Between you and them 4 people, you find 16, you're an RVP. Then you want to take that one more step further, 85 people is a nation. And remember that this is between you and them and them and them and them and them and them and them. It goes on and on and on. I have 10 active direct frontline to me and over 100 in my personal organisation, over 250 between mine and Nicole's entire executive region. And I sponsored 10. So see how that can, and I just teach everybody the same thing. Find your power of 10 rhythm. Find what works for you, what you can do consistently in your business every month. The magic word is consistent, not constant. I don't know about you guys, but thinking about Arbonne 24/7 is exhausting. It really is. Put some boundaries up when it's not Arbonne time. And when you is Arbonne time, put your boundaries up that it's Arbonne time. That's when we're learning on iDesign how to do the phone calls. We're doing our booking blitzes. We're in personal activity. We're generating things like that. And have your personal time for you to grow and learn as a person. I don't know if you guys have heard of Jim Rohn. If you haven't watched any of his stuff, jump on and watch him. He's the most phenomenal life coach ever. And he has a saying, if you want things on the top shelf in life, you have to stand on the books you've read to get them. And it's so true. You should see my library of books. I have so many personal development books. I've just booked tickets to go and see Tony Robbins. I knew that wasn't right. Tony Robbins in Sydney and you know what? Me, a year and a half ago, you would have had to smack me over this book over the head with this book 10 times to get me to read 10 pages. I just wasn't interested. Now you try take it off me. I love it. It makes me feel so good. It's my fuel and it will fuel your why. So make that like an important part of your day that no one can take away from you, that you have to have. It's like no matter how good the fuel is in your car, it will not get you from here to Western Australia. You have to stop and refuel sometimes. That's what your personal development does. You have to stop and reground sometimes and give yourself and your brain the inspiration and the fuel that it needs to keep going. Okay, so I just want to go over this list. I know it's in there, but I just want to touch on my favorite things and my things that I think are most important for you to train to new people that come into your business. And if you're not, if you haven't sponsored yet, then these are things you need to implement into your business ASAP to get people in that then you can train. The thing with Arbonne is you can't lead until you've done it. So when I give you guys tips, I feel like I'm just talking to my old self, what I would have liked someone to have told me in the beginning of the business when I was still learning. Okay, so first you need to choose if you're going to do district manager in 1, 2, or 3 months. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You have to write this down and map this out, and you have to say at some point that this is important and it's got to get done, and it's more important than this, 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 and this. You know, like I love how Debbie Neal says, sometimes we have to sacrifice big things for a small time to never have to sacrifice them again. And it's just so, so true. I remember a really good friend of mine, and she said that, you know, she just can't do certain things when her husband's around because it's their time. And I was thinking to myself, but if you do these now, you'll never have to work again. You can have all the time in the world together. Like sometimes you just have to sacrifice the little things to get to the big things. You know, if it was easy, everyone would have it. And if it was easy, Arbonne would be giving us white push bikes to get around on instead of a brand new Mercedes. So yeah, it's hard, but it's so worth it. And it's I don't think it's hard. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's all the little things like reading 10 pages, making the phone calls, taking care of our PCs. It's things that are easy, but they're really easy not to do. And they're really easy to put off and procrastinate on. And so therefore we don't grow. But if we keep onto it, we'll grow. Okay, where am I up to here? Find 4 frontline ASAP. That is so true. And sometimes they're not in your network, you know, now. And sometimes for me, they weren't. And I was sad about that for 3 months before I realized I needed to go find more networks. And actually I dragged one in by her hair to join up, and which is a lesson. If you have to drag them, just leave them because they're not going to stay. But I dragged her in, and a couple months in, she quit and sent her products back. So I was back out. So, you know, I was devastated, but I was so passionate about this. I just had such a good feeling that this is what was going to work for me. And I realized I needed to get out into the cold network and start to meet some other people who I found might be on the same mission as me. And when I did that, all the people from my warm network that I already knew were like, oh, this business seems to be working for her. Now I want to join. So it's funny how things work. But that's important. There's this great app called Meetup, MEETUP, and you can find all little groups and gatherings and things going on in your area. There's like a group of people that go walking around, like you can just go join them and go for a walk and just extend your network, get to know some more people. What was the other one I wanted to talk about? Having a dream team meeting. They are so powerful. If you haven't done that and you want to do that, let me know. I'm more than happy to help out. If you're far away from me, I can zoom in. If you're within 2 hours, I'm happy to drive and come to you and give you a hand. But, you know, get a few friends over and say, I'd just love you to meet with my sponsor in this business and just hear it out. There's no pressure for you to join at all. Pressure doesn't help anyone. We don't want people to join who don't want to join. But I just don't want you to see me do really well in this business and ask why I never told you about it. And I think you would be amazing at it, and I would just love for you to hear it. Just hear it out, you know. And she's fun, and it'll be fun, and we'll have a champagne and we'll have a laugh and make it a nice girly night, you know, and come over and do that, which is a great way that you can hold a DA at your home. You know, just say, can you just come over and let me practice on you? I've got some people coming over for a DA and I'd love to practice on you guys first before I have to do it. You know, so many cool little things like that you can do. What was the other one I wanted to talk about? Where is it? Use the prospecting email to offer the business. That is so powerful. So everyone knows the prospecting email. You guys all know what that is. Would you like me to repost that, or you know what it is? Repost. Thumbs up for repost. All right, I'll make a note. Hang on. Repost Kelly video on the phone calls and What was that? What did I just say? Oh, the email. That's it. My brain's getting ready to be switched off. Hand out your 4 tote bags, book in your 2 product presentations. Like, these are the things that, I don't know about you guys, but procrastination kicks in for me hardcore in this area. So yeah, they're just the little things that they're your accelerator in your car. But if you don't have all them things in your car will break down. I promise, it just will. If you start to run out of your fuel, of your why, you're not going to go any further. If you stop doing activity, your accelerator is going to stop. You know, if you lose your vision, your headlights are gone, you can't drive at night time. It's insane how, I love how she put that car together, because it's just so, so true. And it's what we need to show other people how to grow in this business as well. So does that make sense for everyone? Does anyone have any questions? I wanted to leave a little bit of time at the end for questions and things like that. Feel free to shoot them at me. Hang on, what's in the chat box? Oh, that was you before the end. I just hadn't opened it. Oh, cool. All right then, lovely ladies. Well, I hope you guys got some stuff out of tonight. I wanted to be super duper practical tonight, and just really the focus of tonight is how to get to district and how to show other people how to do that, and really plugging into iDesign and being a soul learner, someone who's willing to jump on and take that on their own without being prompted, which you guys really proved tonight, which is awesome. I'm so proud of you for jumping on. Thank you so much, and I will see you all on Wednesday night. Wednesday night's going to be super exciting, by the way. There's a big announcement that is going to be made. Well, I'm just waiting for final information off Kelly tomorrow on something we're putting together, but it's going to be really, really cool. Something like a holiday. I'm not telling you anymore. Yeah. All right. Awesome stuff. All right, ladies, have an awesome Sunday night, and contact me if you need anything at all. Let's go rock September. I'll talk to you all soon.